Hi everybody, welcome to my tutorial videos on Pixlr. Today we're going to make some digital arts on the theme of activists. Today I've chosen to do mine on Martin Luther King Jr. But there's many other examples out there of individuals that you could do as a piece of digital art. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a picture of Martin Luther King. I'm going to put do some editing, put on some filters, effects on it, and then use one of his famous quotes to make a nice piece of artwork. To start with, we need to remove the padlock from the background, and we're going to then remove the background image from it. Now, in my previous videos, we talked about how trying to keep a common tone in terms of the background. So it's just about trying, if you do have one that's like mine, it's a little bit blocky, that we can take that out as best we can. I'm going to use a different tool today. I'm going to use the polygon lasso tool to remove the background here. Reason I'm using the polygon tool, it just allows me to go around it and cut out the outside. You can use the magnetic tool if that makes it a little bit easier, but for this image I would recommend the polygon lasso tool. And what we're going to do is we're going to draw straight lines just around the edge, just not too long, okay, to take too much of the image away. And I'm just going to go around the outside of his face to remove this background. Obviously, the least amount of sort of jagged edges that we can have is certainly the better with this. What we can also do is go around it with the eraser tool afterwards, just to make it a little bit more realistic, not like we've taken 2 minutes to cut out what's there. Now obviously you're going to take your time on this one. I'm going to try and do it a little bit quicker. Just so I can get on to the next stages, and this doesn't take half an hour, this video. And all the way to the top, right in the corner, right in the corner, right in the corner, and join up the dots. Okay, it'll slightly change to what looks like the marquee tool. Press on delete, and we'll be able to remove the background there. All we need to do then is to left click, or right click should be, I don't know. Occasionally you just need to go into the marquee tool in order to remove that, get back into it. Okay, you'll notice there is some green left over. At this stage, you can go around the outside with the eraser tool to kind of take them out. I'm just going to leave them in just now because it doesn't really suit my purpose to spend lots and lots of time going through that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to change the backgrounds and the canvas size. So once we've got the background removed, we're going to go into canvas size. And this time I'm going to change the width a little bit to 1800. I'm going to keep a rough 3:2 ratio on there. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want to have some space so I can put in a quote for Martin Luther King just to the side of what he's doing. Okay, and once I've done that, I'm then able to add in my new layer. And just as I did with the poly art, I'm going to make a nice white background. And then we just move that over the top, and we've got Martin Luther King over the top. But you'll see that you've got a little bit of a jagged edge on there. And then you can always go back over. You just make sure you select the right layer, the eraser tool, and then get one of the brushes that is a bit feathered and just go a little bit along the edges just to kind of make them appear a little less jagged. Don't go too far because you'll start to see I've taken a little bit off his ear there. And then you can do the same on the edges here. Again, you can spend far more time on this than I am, just to clear up some of those little issues. Okay, all right. So now we've got that into position, we are going to add an effect, an adjustment called posterize onto the background there, so the one of Martin Luther King here. And posterize is just a nice effect that shows up different layers and different layers of the image that's there. Okay, so you see quite a few on his face there. Okay, once we've done that, the next stage is I'm going to apply particular words. Okay, now this started off as a bit of a typographic type task, but unfortunately with the changes in Pixlr E, I'm no longer able to define brushes. So all we're going to do here is we're going to create individual words. Let's see if we can. Yep, I do want to add as a new layer. And we're going to add in a couple, the one in white. I would like it in black. Or at least even a grey, I would do black. And then I'm going to type in a word, and I'm going to change the font on this one because there's some really nice fonts here that we can utilize. Okay, yeah, I'm going to have to make it black so it shows up. There we go. And I'm just going to place that one up here, and then just take a new word, add another text layer, and then do the same again. And all we're going to do is we're going to add in as many words as we can fit into our face. Because what will happen is these will be able to show up when we add our filters over the top of it. So it may not look particularly great just now, but once we add these in, okay, and get a few more in there. We've got fit in. Just a couple of these I haven't made into a capital, so we'll go there. You can actually make the boxes on this smaller. I'm just going to leave them just now. Okay, and then I'll just fit one more in there. So we've got keywords that are associated with Martin Luther King here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 words there. Try to fit as many as you can. So I was trying to fit 10 in, but it doesn't quite work out with more than that. And then what I'm going to do is we're going to take this now into Pixlr X, and actually we can add in his famous quote on that. Right. All right, so what we're going to do is to create this quote, and I'm going to move that. I'll eventually get the chance. To position. I'm not going to use that font. Reduce that size a little. Pop that in. And I'll add a new text there, just saying okay. And what we can do now is we can export that into Pixlr to make changes to it. I'm just going to play around with this until I'm happy with it. And we're going to export that into Pixlr X for us to play around with the different techniques. So here we are in terms of Pixlr X. We have our image that's taken in. One thing I did do is I flattened the image in order to put it into one in Pixlr E. Now we can do that just simply by right-clicking on the background layer and going to flatten image. Alternatively, if you brought it into Pixlr X in layers, you can also do the same in here and flatten the image to go along with it. It just means there's no further editing that can be done, and that you have to keep what you had in terms of your image there if you do it in Pixlr E beforehand. So we have our effects. I'm just going to go into the effects, and we're going to play around with some of the different effects that we've got in here. Yeah, I'd like to put a little old look on it, and I'm going to also add in coloured effect on the top of it. So it's a case of playing around with it until you're happy with some of the different sort of styles that we've got here. Let's see if we can get a little. So we could go with something a little bit wacky in terms of what we're trying to achieve. So we can play around with these. So I'm going to put a little bit of darkness around the outside of it, that's fine. And there we have it. We have our Martin Luther King piece of digital art with a quotation beside it. Now, if you don't want to have a quotation, or there isn't a quotation from that particular person, then you're quite happy to leave it as just a blank page. But give it a try, see what you end up with.